Hey guys, how are we? New day, Singapore, if I haven't said it already. So today is race day, Saturday, so for the F1s. We are going to go there later in this afternoon. We just had lunch. It is about 1 o'clock. I'm gonna head down to what they call the car vending machine as such, because it looks like that. So it's got like windows and the cars are sort of stacked. That's actually called Autobahn Motors. So we're going to head down there and have a look before we head off to the races, because that is something I definitely want to see in Singapore, and I'm guessing a lot of people would. So check it out if you're here, I guess, but otherwise I'll show it to you without the effort of coming here. So let's go. So here we are, guys. Foggy as usual. Give me a sec. Better. Welcome to Singapore and the fog. And we're here. This is cool. This is a cool building. You're like, why are you looking at you? I'll show you. Really cool. Every row full of cars. So cool. I had to see this to believe it for myself. So this is the Autobahn Motors, guys, if you ever want to come down and see it for yourself. It's actually a pretty good sight to see. Yeah, that's a little bit better. You can see it a lot more now. They call it a vending machine because they're obviously on like slides as well, so they basically can pull them down and up as they see fit to pull them out. Quite cool. So the whole thing between, obviously behind the Autobahn Motor Group, obviously the company of cars, is that obviously Singapore is limited for space. So it makes sense to obviously have a high-rise building. It is 15 stories high. I think it was done or finished or completed in 2017. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. So it basically is like a car place, like where they sell them, used cars basically. So I think we can head in there. I might have a bit of a look, to be honest. See if we can actually have a look inside. Rolls Royce Ghost. So I'm guessing this is how you order your new car, guys. Bit of a vending machine going on here. Choose your car. Obviously I would choose a Lamborghini. What do I got to choose from? Gallardo 560. We only got two, I think. Yeah, two to choose from the Gallardo range, guys. Although I did see an Aventador up there, which didn't make much sense. What do we got? California tea. A lot of Californias in Singapore, I've noticed too. Obviously the weather for it. I did see a 430 there as well. Dino. Newest. Got Range Rovers, Mazdas. So this is in their new cars. You have Range Rover Defender, and then you'll be, oh yes please, SLS guys. Tough, very tough. Very cool to see. An Aston Martin DB9 as well here. It's just cool. So you basically pick your car, comes down on the tracks depending on where it is located in the thing, and straight out there. So this is where they load them up basically to put the car into the machine itself. So cool to see. I don't know how often you get to actually see this happen, so. Don't need it though. It costs more, I think. So Rolls has found its home just up there. I'm just waiting on my brother now to come back down. He's just caught the train. Now what I was explaining about the cost of cars here, I don't know if you guys know, and why it didn't make sense to me as far as what they're selling them for on that machine is that basically, like, let's go back to something that I know. So a Ferrari 458, if you jump on like a Singapore like car sales website, you'll be shocked to find that even something at 2011 or 2012 is going to cost you $600,000, and that could be Singapore dollars, but that's still relevant to Australian dollars or American dollars. It's not far apart. That's why those prices didn't make much sense, because the cost of cars here is ridiculous. Like, the tax on them is huge, what they're worth is huge. So the basic thing with Singapore is that everything costs a lot because they don't want the cars on the road, so the taxes and everything are high. So let's just say that 458 now with like 20,000 Ks on it is $600,000. You also have to pay $100,000 a year to have that car on the road. And it basically works out to be you're only allowed to have that car for 10 years. Now, I can't remember if it's 10 years from new or 10 years from the registration date, but you basically have a 10-year allotment for that car to be on the road. So basically the depreciation works out to be $100,000, $130,000 a year, whether you drive it, park it, do nothing with it. That's how far down the car goes. Up until the last year, the car is basically worth $100,000 and it's basically scrapped. This is what I've been told by a local. So the car after the 10 years would be worth $100,000. They basically pull them down. Someone will buy the shell, or they possibly could buy the whole car for wrecking because it's technically not worth anything. Now, another thing with that is I think the owner can then also pay to have that car re-registered again. So it's almost like buying another allotment of time for the car. I don't know if it can be a whole 10 years again, or a 5 or a 2 or a 1, but you got to imagine that could almost be, you know, just for that little title, I think it's almost $60,000 to $100,000 to have that title again, to do it all over again, and I'm pretty sure you have to register it every year as well. So it is crazy to own a car. So wherever you are in the world, consider yourselves lucky, because it's astronomical here. It's almost impossible for anyone, you know, the working guy, to own anything cool here, let alone a standard everyday car like a Mazda 3 or a Volkswagen Golf or a Lancer. They could cost you $100,000. So yeah, the public transport is the way to go. I mean, it's nuts. So I couldn't live here being a car guy myself, and all you car guys and girls out there, I don't think this is a place for you if you want to own something cool. It's just not feasible. But yeah, I don't understand why they seem to be relatively on par with price, unless basically they are coming to the end of their registration period, which means they may only have 1 or 2 years left or 3 years left on the road, which would make sense. That means that Mercedes is 276k, that Rolls Royce is 365. It means maybe their time is running out for the point where they can be registered. That's why they are cheap. That's the only way that makes sense to me, because I've seen, you know, 2011 Ferraris go for 600,000 here. But yeah, I thought that's a bit of information that you guys might enjoy on that. Bit of a clear up on how things work here in Singapore. As soon as my brother gets here and my cousin, I think we're heading to F1. I'm waiting for that Venador just. Oh, really? Is it a Venador?
Really?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Just parked there.
Oh, is that what's making the noise?
Yeah. Worth the wait. Not out of the vending machine, but still amazing. Oh, come on, son. Put the foot down.
Sounds alright.
Sam, better be put the foot down. We're here, guys. I don't think you can hear me over this guy.
Well, sir, you said at the beginning of the weekend that you wanted to dominate, and certainly looks
Pretty
like
cool,
that
straight.
to be on the
Goes into like a
table.
corner.
How it is from your perspective.
I'm fine. So 2 more days.
So we're waiting for the Ferrari challenge, which starts off. Then it's into the F1. So I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, the Ferrari challenge is meant to start at 4:30, but it's actually running late. So hopefully in the next 40 minutes or so, we should see some Ferraris coming, which will be very cool.
Because we have to remember that we have 3 different series: European, US, and Asia Pacific. And Go Max is, and Tiger Who is Chinese one. He's the first
out, guys.
The Ferrari champion is from 2015, so another two ex-Japan driver, and they are Pirelli high, because you don't know.
Favourite driver and stay socially connected wherever you are with your very own social wall. Get the latest news.
Engineers back at home. It's the
buddy.
weekend off for them. For the engineers at home, they will be in the factory as well.
So we moved from our grandstand seats. We're just having a bit of a walk around. You probably can't hear me real well because the practice is still going on for another 20 minutes past here. Just having a quick look around, I think, until the start of the race, which is going to be quite cool. Probably get something to eat as well, which is going to be awesome. It is so loud trackside, but it sounds amazing. Some cool stuff going on around here as well. The view is amazing. Marina Bay Sands, and we're basically situated here. That's where we're sitting. So we're on corner, I don't know, 22 or something? I can't remember.
Keep you right here.
We are back, guys. It has been a massive, massive day. Again, I just washed my face because Singapore is crazy sweaty. It is 11 o'clock. There were some cool concerts, and obviously I can't show you any of that because they'd just get copyrighted and flagged. We had Ariana. We had the Chainsmokers as well. They were really cool to see. I wish I could have shown you. They were really, really cool. But that was cool. Qualifying, that was awesome. 1, 2, and 3 qualifying rounds. Ferrari took it at the top, and we have like 2 Ferraris, 2 Red Bull cars. It's 2 Mercedes. It is going to be a massive race day tomorrow. If you guys like it, I will show you another one. I don't know how interesting it is seeing the F1 on a vlog, but hey, that's what I do. I vlog, and I'm going to show you anyways. There is a crazy, crazy lunch we're going to tomorrow. It's from 12 till 4. We're talking hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to get a seat. It is worth it. It's basically a buffet. It's like a race buffet. You can basically eat anything you want. There's lobster, caviar if you're that way inclined, absolutely everything. Like, I'm just gonna eat lobster because why not? Because you can just keep eating it. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'll bring you guys along to show you what money buys you when you spend a lot on a lunch. I probably wouldn't do it again, but hey, it's probably a one-off for me, and it was well worth it. I'm going with a family. It's going to be cool. But the atmosphere just here was amazing. I've never been to F1 in Singapore. I would definitely do it again. I would recommend it for anyone. If you can do it, if you're going to do it, if you're going to come to Singapore, the F1 night race was just amazing. It was really amazing. But guys, I am starving. I didn't even stop. It was too busy. I got myself a cup of noodles. This is what's happening in the next 5 minutes after I turn this camera off. I'm eating my Maggi carbonara cream macaroni because I'm so hungry. But as always, guys, thanks for watching.